Welcome back to my show. I'm Volonte, your host. I was thinking a minute ago how cool it would be to talk to you about starting a business, a real business. As an entrepreneur for the last 20 plus years, I've learned quite a bit from doing my own businesses, everything from event planning for corporations, Fortune 500 companies, etc., to real estate and even day trading, which is a real rush if you like risk. You can make some stupid money and you can lose some stupid money in a blink of an eye. We'll get to that later. Becoming an entrepreneur is very exciting. It's like this whole world opens up to you that you didn't know, you really didn't know existed. Because most of you have jobs, and there's nothing wrong with that if you want to stay a drone for the rest of your life. But the problem with having a job, it's like having golden handcuffs on. It's great, you make a six-figure income, but you can't do anything with that because you have debt coming out of your eardrums. We all know what that's like. 10% unemployment right now, by the way. So think about it. If you lost that job, what would you do? And how long would it take you to find another job to replace that, especially at the income level? So this gets me fired up. That's why I want to express to you how now, if there ever was a time to start your own business, this is probably the most prime time you're going to get for quite a bit. So let's talk about starting out and how does it all work and how does it come together. First of all, you got to have the idea of your product and or service. Me personally, I found that I made the most money, the highest return from having a service-oriented business because there's no product per se that you have to have in inventory. The product is your knowledge. When you provide a service, what are you doing? You're saving people time and you're saving them money in most cases. And I found that people will pay good money to help them shave an hour off of something they don't want to do themselves. Thus, the event planning. When I did event planning, I was probably at one point at the top of my game, probably making about $400 an hour. And some of my events would last 4 hours. So you can do the math. And this is just for one day, one event. Multiply that by however many events I could get in a year. Which gets me to my next point, is setting goals. I could figure out, just from the service I was providing, how much money I could make annually if I reached certain plateaus in my goals. And I wrote everything down, and you'd be amazed how quickly I obtained those goals. When I first started out, I think the first year, as I was learning, there was a learning curve to this, I probably made about $25,000 from event planning. But the thing about it, I had no startup capital. I did this business from a calculator, a piece of paper, a telephone, and a pen. That was the only thing I started with. And I was able to make $25,000 the first year. And this was back in 1993, I believe. We fast forward to 1996, I was up to $75,000 a year and working independent, which means I didn't have a boss. I was my boss. I think it was the year after, in 97, I finally reached six figures, doing what I absolutely love to do, working with clients and directing them in their strategy and in the actual event and supplying entertainment for that particular event and making it all work out. So by doing so, you learn so much. You learn how to market, you learn how to sell, you learn how to discuss your product, you learn how to plan, you learn what to do with six-figure income when you're used to making like nothing. I was a musician, a struggling musician before that, and not a struggling musician anymore, thank God to my business savvy, which is why I'm sharing this with you. So service-oriented jobs, service-oriented products seem to work out better in the long run from what I can see. You know what, here's the thing. Think about these internet moguls, the guy that made Facebook, the two guys that made Google. What is their product? Think about it, what is their product? These guys are billionaires, not millionaires, not thousandaires, billionaires. What exactly is their product and what does that product do? That product, Facebook, brings people together and it makes it really simple and easy for people to come together. It saves time to post up a bunch of videos and photographs of your I don't know, family reunion, you take 3 seconds, you click, and you send them to all your friends. That's why it has exploded to the success story that it has. Google is a no-brainer. It saves you time, me time. Anytime I want to find something out, get information, I just go to Google. So people jumped on that like hotcakes. When you have a product, when you're trying to sell a physical product, what goes on behind that is you got to test market the product, which costs. You got to build the product and manufacture the product. That costs. I'm not saying you can't make money at it. I'm not saying that you won't be successful or you can't be successful. I'm saying it's a little bit different the way that is put together. So yes, am I biased towards service-oriented entrepreneurial efforts? Yes, I guess I can say that. But don't let me dissuade you from selling your product, building your product, and marketing your product if it is something that is tangible. But just know this, you should probably have a lot more money than you think stowed away underneath your mattress in case that product is sitting with the rest of your inventory that has not sold yet. That's the only thing I can really say, really, just general information. I'll probably go more in depthly on that in a later video, but I wanted to make this really quick. This is the best time to be an entrepreneur, and there are some simple ways of doing it. Define your niche, find out what market you can fill a void in, and fill it. Stay passionate about what it is you're selling and what it is you are marketing and what it is you are doing. Stay passionate. It's contagious. Reward yourself for small accomplishments. Tell yourself this is why you're doing what you're doing. Because when you accomplish something, you feel good about it. That gives you the juice, the motivation to continue on. Don't give up, ever.